right, 13 minutes gone past the hour of 5. You're listening to Hard Facts at 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm really finding it difficult to get used to the new systems, but hey, let's do this together. All right, now we want to talk about, the role of the police in the Rivers political drama ongoing. Now, was it yesterday? The governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, said that he does not recognize the members of the House of Assembly. He does not recognize them as members of the House of Assembly. And he said, they are there because he let them be. He said he gave them a soft landing. And we talked about it yesterday. And also, the House of Assembly members have reacted. I just read the news not too long ago, and they reacted and said it's unfortunate and sad that such a thing can happen. We've got three arms of government, and we've got the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Now, when it comes to enforcing of laws, that's where the police comes into play. We have the local government amendment bill passed into law by the House after vetoing the power of the governor, and in that situation, it gives some kind of extension to the local government chairman if there is no local government election conducted by RESEC or even funded by the River State government. So these are some of the legal complexities that we want to talk. We don't want to talk about this hour. And so I've got a former PPRO, that's Police Public Relations Officer, Yen River State. She's now a lawyer. So we will be speaking with Madam Rita Inoma-Abbey. It's good to have you. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, please. Good evening, Canada.
Yeah, good evening. I'm sorry. I know you are busy with other things and you're on the road. But quickly, I want us to be educated on some things. The police is, a federal force. I believe I'm correct on that one. And they are supposed to answer to the IGP, who is also answerable to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But when the police a commissioner of police is deployed to a state, does he in any way answer to the chief security officer of that state, which is the governor?
Yes. You know that the police is not the creation of the state.
Okay.
The police is created by law. And by the Constitution, Section 214 created the police and aligned the duties of the police. But just as you have said, the three tiers of government cannot be alone. The legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, they work hand in hand. If the legislature are the ones that make the law, the executive are the ones to execute the law, and the judiciary is to interpret the law, and the police is the executive arm of the government. And their role is to maintain law and order. So if, like the commissioner of police is answerable to the governor because the governor is the chief security of the state. Is number one security of the state, so he's answerable to the governor. Not that he will carry out obnoxious laws that are given by the governor. No, he can only carry out laws that are legitimate, which the governor will tell him, come and do this and do this. And once the laws are legitimate, yes, he can do it because he's answerable to the governor. So that's just how it is. Yes.
So now I'm happy we've been able to come to a point where we agree, an agreement that there are three arms of government. Government is not just one arm. Three arms bring about the government. Now the legislators or the legislative arm is supposed to make laws. So what happens in a case where they make a law and then the governor, the executive arm, refuses to sign, or rather make a bill, and the executive refuses to sign it into law, and then the Constitution allows for the legislative arm of government to veto the executive? Would that law be implemented or enforced by the police?
When the law is not signed into law, it cannot be implemented. The law is not recognized. Except the law is signed into law, that is the only time the law can be enforced.
Okay, now there is a part of the Constitution that says that the legislative arm of government has got the ability to veto. Now, so is transmitted to the executive arm. The executive arm refuses to sign, and then after 30 days or thereabouts, is it 30 or 60? I can't remember now. Then the legislative arm of government decides to, veto the governor or veto the president, and then sign it into law. Are you saying the police would not recognize it in that situation?
No, the police can recognize in that situation.
Okay.
Yes, but once the law is recognized, is veto, the police has the responsibility to enforce that law.
So now it's confusing now, you see. Now you've started by saying that the police is answerable because it's a part of the executive. That's to the governor, the chief security officer of the state.
Yes.
And then there is a law made in, I'm using the River State situation now because you know that the legislative arm and the executive are loggerheads. And so I'm using that as a reference now. So now they have made a law, and the law is not accepted by the executive arm of government, but then the constitution allows for it. So in this case, where is the police going to, lie? Where is it going to swing the pendulum to?
Oh my goodness. The constitution made it very clear. The constitution is very clear. I can't remember the section of the constitution right now, but the legislature, they have the power to make the law. You understand? And we know that the law will pass through certain stages before it can be approved by
politics, business,
which is the governor.
Okay.
But in this case, when the law is not approved by him, they can veto him, and they make that law. The law will come into fruition. And once that law will come into fruition, the police have the right to enforce the law,
even if it's against the governor. I'm looking at it from a political angle now. Even if it is against the governor.
Again, the governor. Why the police? Why would they enforce the law if the law is made by the legislature?
Interesting.
They have to enforce the law. Well, once the law is recognized, and this law has been made and is vetoed by the legislature, it is the duty of the police to enforce the law. Yes.
So, Madam Rita, now, I'm thinking, because I feel like the police in River State, the River State Command, is caught in a place that is between the devil and the deep blue sea. How can the police, or what role can the police play in bringing about peace to River State? I mean, the politicking is becoming very toxic, and you mentioned that the role of the police is to enforce peace and orderliness.
Peace and order, yes.
So
they have to maintain peace and order.
Okay, but how can they do it when the people who make the government are the ones fighting?
I don't think it's the duty of the police in this aspect to go and make peace between governor and the legislature. That should be done by the president. It's the president that have the power, to call them to order for them to maintain peace in their states, in their respective states. It's only when they go out of hand, maybe they start destroying things and all that, then the police can come in and enforce. Because there's no one that is above the law. Anybody that come in to disrupt the peace of the state, it is the duty of the police to enforce the law and make sure that such persons are arrested and bring to book. Yes.
Madam Rita, now let me paint a situation for you. So there is the Local Government Amendment Law now, 2024, vetoed, I should add. And in that law, there is the part that says if the local government election fails to hold for whatever reason, that means the local government chairman would extend their term in office by about 6 months until, an election is held. And in that case, that let's say the elections do not hold because the chairman would have their term expire sometime in June, which is next month. Let's say the elections do not hold, and then that law is to be enforced, and the governor is saying no. The governor is saying, the heads of the local government administrations from the civil service would take control of the local government because there is no vacuum in law. What then happens? Where would the police? Who would the police follow? Because you've just said they have to follow the law.
No. See, in this case, they will seek a redress from the courts.
Oh wow! Okay.
They will seek redress from the court because this time it's only the judiciary that can interpret that law. If the judiciary, if they go to court and the judiciary says okay, enforce it, the police can go ahead and enforce it. But if there is no law, if there's nothing like that from the judiciary, the police cannot enforce it. That is just the truth.
So if
the judiciary will interpret that law, and if the judiciary say yes, that the local government chairman are not supposed to stay within so period, that they should vacate the place. Then the judiciary now will maybe send an expert motion or all that. Then the police will now, they can ask the police to maintain peace and order, to ensure that no individual come into that place to disrupt the peace of that place. So that is just the work of the police. Yes.
So if nobody goes to court and the court does not give a verdict on it, that means the police will not act on that law.
No, they cannot act on the law. They can only act if there is a disruption of peace in that area.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So do you think the commissioner would, so any duty of the commissioner of police to initiate, the court next the court to give us insights. Come back after to take now a commercial break. apologies for the mix-up. You will keep your own mix-up every now and then. From not just me, my colleagues as well, until we get used to it. So please apologies and do bear with us as we get things done so that we can improve our service to you, the listener. All right, it's time for me to take your contributions, your thoughts, your opinions and all of that. And this time around, we are looking at the police and the role that they can play in the political drama in Rivers State. Now, I've spoken to a former PRO of the police here in Rivers State, in person of Rita Inoma-Abbey, and she has said that there's almost nothing that the police can do apart from what is written in the Constitution. And what is written in the Constitution is that the police must maintain peace and order and follow the orders of the executive as enshrined in our laws. But hey, the legislators are the ones who will make the laws. And now in this case where there is some kind of, gulf in governance, legislative is on the left, the executive is on the right, there is no unity, no unison. So the police would have no choice but to wait on the judiciary, which is the third arm of government, to find some kind of way, some kind of nexus between the judiciary, or rather, I beg your pardon, the legislative arm of government and the executive arm of government. But talking about the implementation, as long as it is followed constitutional process, which is the vetoing of the governor after 30 days, that means the police would have no choice in such situations to implement the law. My goodness, what do we do all year, Rivers people? I'd like to get your thoughts on that one, and let's get to talk for development. And see, the reason why I'm bringing up this is so we can learn. Yes, I'm also learning on the show. And the reason why we're learning is so that we understand the political implications. Like some people have said, it will continue to affect governance in Rivers State positively, negatively. I cannot tell, I cannot measure, but I do believe that there is going to be some impact. Now, the governor, I think on Monday, said that the pressure is good because it has spurred him to do greater things. So I don't know, maybe it will have some positives, maybe it will have some negatives, but we'll get to find out as the time goes by. But for now, what are your thoughts? I would like to hear from you. We've got 26 minutes to the top of the hour. 0817-923.
We take off with the biggest
923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. There is 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp number, I take audio and text messages on WhatsApp, so 0809-0306-416. This one says, the law says after 30 days before you veto the power of the governor, did the Rivers State House of Assembly follow this process? Ezekiel Isaiah is asking. I guess only the legislators led by Martin Amewule can answer that question if they really, because they claim they did. They claim they did. This one says, yes, like she said, you're asking if the police should enforce a law made by the lawmakers whose political legitimacy is yet to be determined by the court. Like you said, yet to be determined. So I guess the police would recognize them until the court says otherwise. But let's say this one. This one says, good evening, Canada. The truth is that until the law that was made by the Rivers State House of Assembly challenging the law court and the section of the law interfering with the Constitution is set aside, the laws will be implemented and the police and all law enforcement agencies are duty bound to implement it. In year 2001, when the National Assembly enacted the NDDC bill and then the President Obasanjo vetoed the bill, the National Assembly overrode the President and passed the bill into law. And that is the act that is being implemented by the NDDC till today. So all sincere and discerning minds should be aware that the State Assembly, as led by Martin Amewule, is still the valid assembly until court says otherwise, and all the laws that they enact are binding on all the people and the government in Rivers State, and the police are duty bound to implement. The people from Port Harcourt, but I've got Robin from HA. Robin Maja. Welcome. Robin Maja, the farmer. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good evening. You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Good and fine. I had an interview with our guest, the former PRO. But if you can the sound of her voice, you will get the message.
What message?
Which police are we talking about here? Is it the Nigerian police? The Nigerian police that look across the road. The Nigerian police that pour water cannon on the governor. What is the work of police? Is to maintain law and order. Which order? Must they be ordered around by anybody? They are constitutionally empowered to maintain law and order. Police have the power to break into a house and even break out. So they will be folding their hands. All this shenanigans is going on. She's talking about law. An assembly that its legitimacy is under question in not less than 4 different courts. But they are busy, but seriously speaking.
Because Robin, there is no. I like how you've put it. It's you said in 4 different courts. I don't know the number of courts they are in, but there is no pronouncement that has said they are illegal, right? So I mean, if there is no pronouncement, what do you want the police to do?
Canada, thank you very much. The Nigerian Constitution that is made there. Is it made only for me or for you or without the police?
It's made for...
The Constitution, Section 109, Sub 1G. Does it say that the assembly people or somebody must go to court before they are treated?
It actually says... What are we talking here? It actually says the speaker, not the police. It's in your Constitution. It says the speaker, not the police, not the governor, not the court.
That is the point I'm saying now. Okay. I'm telling you that those members are usurping the power. They are suspending the constitution.
No. Listen.
Therefore, police should come in.
Okay, Robin, thank you very much. Let's quickly look at what Ezekiel has got to say. Ezekiel from Ubumini, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Good day, Canada.
Yeah, welcome.
Canada, if I should go by your question, I think what is happening now politically in River State is very interesting and encouraging, if you ask me. If not, I think our governor would have been a simple and a fragile leader in the state. So without this, he wouldn't have known how to fly. They are not teaching him how to fly. They are not telling him that he should be a man. They are not telling him to know his left and right. So whatever statement he is making or he has made, this is the beginning of what made him the governor. Then, if I should also add, I think this House of Assembly members, how many weeks will it be constitutionally for them to override or overrule whatever bill if the governor did not attend to it? For 1 month or 2 months, they have overruled 7 bills. So I still have problem with their development in that leagues of friends in that their cities.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Is it Ken Clinton from Bori? Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Kalada.
Yeah, Clinton.
I'm not going to blame the police because they are a creation of the law and their duty is to maintain law and order. I will say that the challenges, the problem River State is facing now lies with the judiciary because they are the ones that are supposed to interpret the law. But they are not doing that. They've allowed the matter to linger. Like the callers have said, there are matters, about 4 pending matters in the court that have not been determined. And if these matters were being determined, I believe by now, Rivers would have known who the assembly members are, if they are legitimate assembly members or not.
All right.
But the courts have refused to do that. So I wouldn't blame them. Again, the police in my own take, they should be very, very neutral because they've been compromised in the past. I want them to maintain neutrality in Rivers State so that there will not be crisis in Rivers State.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Clinton. Clinton, and I think Barrister Ekine, they've put a thought in my mind. I'm looking forward to having a conversation with a retired justice. If I can get a retired judge on the show, it will be great, right? We'll get to see, the insights into the delay in the court proceedings, as important, by the way, as this matter is, as this political matter is. What is causing all of the delays? But we'll look into all of that. Eventually, God will help. We'll find someone who is retired, justice, and willing to talk. But this one says, Chief K, good evening. What people don't understand here is that even if they keep LG chairman for 6 months, if there is no election, did not include the present chairman, because the law in which they reenacted, I don't get that part. He said, and sworn in is the old law. So if such law should stand, it's for the new LG chairman that will be elected during the LG election, Kelechi K. Onwiboko. But like the former police PRO said, it's only the courts that can determine, that stuff. But this says, my governor is by his leniency and gentleness and boldening the House of Assembly members, and it's only a matter of time, in my perspective, before he's finally impeached and nothing will happen. God bless Rivers State. This says, what amazes me most is that some of the callers are supporting the activities of the Martins faction, just the way President Tinubu is still getting praises from some Nigerians despite all the difficulties going on in the country. Escobar with that one. Escobar, thank you very much. This one says, good evening, man of the people. The political problem is shameful and most embarrassing, and I blame the elders of PDP, the elder states shame. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. My name is Comrade Odiadi God Power. Let's take a listen to Oyenu Chia Stephen and his voice note.
My name is Oyenu Chia Stephen. Both the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature, these people knows the law. They are learned people, but we vote them in to occupy this seat so that they can represent us well. But they are joking with our franchise, thinking that maybe we are fools who allow them to be in power. But rather bringing development to this state, they are busy fighting.
And your talk station.
As if this is a marketplace. Can them give us dividend of democracy instead of fighting and busying around? Even the law knows what to do, but they fold their hand and allow people to talk in radio, telling them what to do in daily basis. In fact, the moral lesson of it all is that it's not good for one person to single-handedly bring a candidate for Rivers State. If Rivers people vote a candidate of their choice, this nonsense wouldn't have happened. All this fighting and bis every day wouldn't have happened. This is a very big lesson to us. Next time, we should learn how to play democracy to the last level. I think the governor did not even do any campaign, have anything to owe the Rivers people, even though the state is running helter-skelter. Because if there was election and there was a manifesto and there was promise that the governor do to these people could have held him responsible. Because for 1 year now, they are busy fighting. I don't know what their benefit of this fighting are. You are not a governor. You are not this. What are they fighting for? Now, why did the masses vote them there? They should ask the same question. I think their wives are hearing all these things from their houses. They can't put their husband to order and caution them and tell them, let us move this state forward. For you to be a leader in the state, it's not by right, it's just a privilege.
All right, Stephen, first of all, I think we should put into consideration the fact that there were elections. The elections had malfeasances. Yeah. We've seen the reports. However, there were elections and the people voted. I mean, we've heard people claim they voted, so you cannot say there was no voting. I mean, INEC did give a result, right? So you also cannot say that there was no election. But I get your point. It's time for leadership and governance and not all of these back and forth. And we don't need godfatherism. I guess that's the message you were trying to pass. But I've got Braid, and Braid is calling from mile 1. Braid, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, greetings to Mr. Batuo.
Yeah, greetings to you as well.
Yeah, Mr. Batuo, from what Inoma-Abbey said, Well, I look at it that the same police that were set up by Constitution pour canister water to the governor of Rivers State instead of protecting the governor. And also, all that is happening, I blame the judiciary because already the judiciary has given power to Edison Ayi as a substantive speaker of Rivers State as at then. And the speaker, in his own wisdom, already said that he has declared 27 members of the assembly plus Martin Samewule seat vacant, and also communicate the same to the Independent Electoral Commission. And at that point, I think that there is nothing to wait for court to declare them anymore. Because the
sorry, Braid, do not mislead the public. When you say there is nothing, I disagree with you. Was there a court process before the court declared Edison speaker? Yes. How did Edison become speaker? Was it, you just don't wake up and declare seats vacant, right? Wait now, Braid, I listen to you. Now, the law says the speaker would determine the seats of defectors vacant. When they defected, who was the speaker? Was the right process followed? And that's what the court will determine. So when you say the court does not have anything to argue, I disagree with you on that one. The court has everything to argue.
Our constitution does say that court must declare no seat vacant.
It says speaker.
Said that the speaker.
And I'm asking, how did Edison become speaker? That is what will be determined in court.
Everything emerged.
Emerge how?
On the matter in the court.
Exactly my point. Now the court, that's the mistake you're making. Braid, we're not going to argue this. We're not going to argue this because you see, this is why the court needs to speak, because Justice Omotosho in his reading said that whatever was gotten from Danagogo's court was null and void, and that is why we need an interpretation. That is, you see, we're saying the same thing. That is why we need Braid. Understand? I'm not arguing with you. That is why we need a bigger court, an appeal court, an appellate court to define what really is. So when you say there should be no court interpretation, I disagree with you.
Why they should step aside the 27 members led by Martin.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
They should be able to step aside.
Okay.
On that ruling, that Edison has already declared their seat vacant.
Okay.
They should be able to step aside.
I hope you know.
That the governor.
I hope you know. Wait, Braid. Oh God, we're shouting on each other's voice. I hope you know that just as you say that there is a court judgment that declared Edison speaker, there is also a court that has declared Edison's speakership null and void. So yet again, we will wait for the court. We will wait for the court.
You have to know, the court that declares Amewule is a high court at Abuja, federal high court at Abuja, and the federal high court, Rivers State, have jurisdiction. This is not a National Assembly matter. It's State Assembly's matter.
All right.
And it's a court of coordinate jurisdiction.
So that is why. So, Brett, you see, Brett, I understand you. I understand you, but you're not understanding me. That's where this argument. No, you don't. But thank you very much. It's been about 7 minutes. I think Benjamin from Port Harcourt has been waiting. Welcome on the show.
Mr. Moduto, good evening.
Yeah, welcome. Sorry for keeping you that long. Sorry about that.
Okay, I will stand on what the previous speakers said.
Okay.
I want to ask you, Mr. Moduto, are you trying to validate those 27 lawmakers that defected to APC that it is moral for them to still be in the House of Assembly? I'm trying to ask you a direct question.
I'm going to give you a direct answer, and I'm saying we will wait for the courts to define what is legal and not legal.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
Please.
Yeah.
You people also contribute to the problem of what's happening. What I'm asking is that are those people, including Martin Amewule? Because when somebody talks, people will say people are using vulgar words. it was the former.
No, ask your question. Ask your question. No, Benjamin. Benjamin, ask your question, please.
Even this man, hold on. We are talking.
No, you wanted to ask me a question.
This other man, the man who claimed to be the APC chairman or
Tony Okocha, yeah.
Yesterday, I can't imagine somebody. You are saying that APC should commence impeachment proceedings against His Excellency Fubara, but something has happened. There has been sorting. There has been robbing of the palm. You are not turning the other way around. You forgot how the other man sent his boy to receive government property from you.
Benjamin, are we still talking? Are we still? No. Calm down. Benjamin. No, you hold on. Jonathan, Benjamin, you hold on. No, you hold on. Are we still talking about the same thing? Because you started by asking me a question. If I am, what's it called now? Approving or I am verifying if the lawmakers are lawmakers. That's how we started. Are we still on the same matter? I'm wondering.
Yes.
And I have just said that the court, and just like the police PRO said, the courts will be the one to define whatever needs to be defined. You don't have the right. I don't have the right.
The court should determine. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I've been saying since. What do you think I've been saying?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm listening.
God forbid somebody walks into your complex.
Yeah.
And kill a person.
Yeah.
It is clear murder.
Yeah.
It is clear.
Yeah.
It is section 83, 1G. I can't remember exactly. That upon the party, a member is elected, and at the end of the day, he defected to another party. That thing is automatic.
No. Have you Benjamin? See, that's the point. See, you're entitled to your opinion, but let it not be that you're misleading the public. Now, yes, it is. Now, Benjamin, I listen to you.
Really?
Listen. I could. Benjamin, let's not shout. I don't like shouting. Now, listen. There is also another section of the Constitution, just following after that one, that says the Speaker shall. It's in your Constitution. I'm not making it up. And I've said, let's wait for the courts to define these things. It's not me to tell whether it is or not. Listen, Benjamin, you cannot come and say it's automatic because it's not written in the Constitution. What the Constitution has said shall. So we would wait. The courts will define. The court is, like the PRO said, the court is responsible for interpreting the law. Not you, not me. That's what I've been trying to tell other callers.
Okay, I've allowed you to speak.
All right, let's listen to you.
Let me just.
Oh, today's going to be a debate.
Let me just tell you. Let me also use this medium to advise them.
Okay.
When Jonathan was deputy governor of Bayelsa State some years ago, we are all aware what transport officer how he assaulted the then deputy governor.
Sorry, who's that?
Of Bayelsa State. I don't want to mention him. The then deputy governor. Okay, the person of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Okay. When he was deputy governor, we all know the policies are played in Bayelsa State.
Okay.
Even the transport officer, as low as he is as a then, because of the power he thinks he wields, because of the people that were behind him, was assaulting or trying to assault the then deputy governor. But as destiny will have it,
all right, I've got to go.
Jonathan became the governor.
I've got to go now.
And
sorry. You know.
With AY, live at the Suntal Event Center, beside Suntal Filling Station, SAS Road, Port Harcourt. You don't want to miss it.